I certainly can't promise that I'm not going to cry for this one. So dealing with a family member that has mental health issues. I'm talking about like a close family member. I don't know how it impacts you if it's an uncle or something like that, but I'm talking about a parent, sibling, child, um, something like that. It's tough. I've been kind of dealing with this issue a little bit. I'm gonna struggle. I think I'm gonna struggle. I'm just gonna let myself struggle with this video, because it feels heavy, and it feels like something I need to talk about. And I don't have an answer. I don't think there is one. It's hard to watch somebody go through, and I can just share my experience, how it feels for me. Maybe you can relate to some of it. Maybe that helps you. Maybe you find a little comfort in knowing that you're not alone, or your feelings aren't crazy. Maybe you get a little affirmation. But it's hard to set a boundary, and it's hard to have somebody you're close to and you love, and you just kind of hit the end, and you know that you can't fix it, you know that you can't make it better, and you just can watch. That's it. You can watch, you can be there for when things fall apart, and you need to at some point start to protect yourself, your resources, be them emotional or financial, and that it's hard to watch. It's hard to watch people you love super much and you care about super deeply struggle like that, and it's hard to have to set a boundary and say, no, I can't help, no, you can't move in, no, I can't give you any money, no, I can't, no, I can't do these things, because there comes a point where you realize that it isn't just this little extra step and then everything's going to be better. It isn't just this one thing, and you're thinking like somebody that is mentally well, and when somebody has a chemical imbalance, they're not going to be thinking the same. You can't logic with them, you can't reason with them, you can't talk. Common sense isn't going to work. Appealing to sympathies and so on isn't going to work. You walk around on eggshells, worried that you're going to say something that's going to set them off, and obviously never intentionally, but you just don't know how something's going to be taken or perceived, and that's difficult. There's this worry that you're going to say something and they're just going to decide to off themselves. When somebody has been treated for mental health issues, when they've been sought therapy and been on medications, and they go through this cycle of doing well and then not, and doing well and not, and you can identify the problems, you can tell them a path to take that will get them out of the situation that they're in, but they're not going to listen, and that's tough. It's tough when you have to worry about saying something that sets them off, and you don't want to be confrontational, you don't want to say anything that's going to make them want to hurt themselves, but they have a propensity for doing it. There's that like constant sort of threat that you're living in, that you just prepare yourself like, well, I'm gonna get a call one day, and I don't know. I don't really. I don't. I wasn't not expecting to get super emotional during this video, but I guess that's where I'm at right now, and my hands are dry. I've been washing them a lot. It's been really cold here. Anyway, I think that's really it. I mean, that's all I got. I think, like, if I'm talking about this and if you're watching this, you know, I've seen people go through it, and it's really tough. You know, in my case, there's kind of always the person's always like, I'm just working on myself. I'm figuring myself out. You know, and they're not. They're repeating the same pattern over and over and over and over and over and over and over. And you know, you constantly think if they have this one additional resource, they'll figure it out. But they don't seem to ever figure it out. And when do you set a healthy boundary for yourself? I don't have an answer for that. I think that you need to think about what you need to do so that if a worst case scenario happens, you don't feel regret, you don't feel like you should have done something more, but you also should know when to set a healthy boundary for yourself, and when to just accept that there isn't something that you can do. There's no way you can help. This person's having a battle, and the battle's within themselves, and you can't go in there, you can't do it for them. You can support them, you can love them, you can help them, you can accept them, you can be there for them when things crash. But I think everybody who's dealt with either mental health issues or drug addiction or something like that in a family member has all had to at some point come to terms and set a boundary that is really difficult to set. And you know, in my case, this is somebody I care about and love very, very deeply, and you know, there aren't many people I would give up an organ for. This is one of them. And man, actually, that's a really small list, just a single handful of people. That's it. That's what I got. If you have any comments, if you want to share any of your story, feel free down below. I don't know if this video was just gibberish or not, but I needed to make it for myself, so hopefully it helps you. Alright, peace out.